this is a week where I'm looking. We have the NFL draft coming up. We're going to hear all about potential and upside and best player available. I'm looking for sort of that best player available in the betting markets this week. Aaron Wise is right at the top of my list. So I concur completely with everything Geoff just said. He's too good to only have one PGA Tour win so far. Against this type of field, he should get to Mexico this week, look both ways on the range and go, other than John Rahm, I'm just about one of the best players here. I should feel pretty confident in my abilities. I also like Sebastian Munoz for the same reason. He's been very good, but not quite great at any event. Hasn't really contended recently, but it's all been good across the board. Then if I'm going deeper, remember this name, Sahith Theegala. The kid was all everything as an amateur and collegiate golfer at Pepperdine. He's, I believe, plus 8,000 this week. It's a really good number on a guy where even in bigger fields, a year from now, a year and a half from now, you're never going to see this price on him again. Jump on it while you can. I am more invested in Theegala than anybody else this week.
Geoff, how low are you going here for a long shot?
I mean, we're pretty low. I mean, we can pretty much go as low as we want this week. This is the great thing about the field this week. You can bet guys, I don't know, like at plus 1,000, just feel like they're good bets because this field is just so ridiculously thin in spots. Another good young player here who, I think eventually will find a win on the PGA Tour and has been in the mix a lot. Wyndham Clark, plus 10,000 for Wyndham Clark in this field is super. I mean, he was in contention. He basically was a putt away from winning the Bermuda Championship. I believe it was a year and a half ago now, but another tropical style setting, weaker field. Wyndham Clark, if you look at his record, all his top finishes have basically come in weaker field events. He actually played really nicely with Cameron Tringali last week. I think he was actually the better of the two for much of the team event. He's made 3 cuts in a row now. The approach game was good at RBC Hilton. At Hilton Head, excuse me. So plus 10,000 for him for an outright. And also just taking him as a top 10 at plus 800. I really like him. He's probably my favorite. But I mean, you've got guys like David Lipsky, who I think is very live. David Lipsky is a winner on the Euro Tour. He's more talented than people realize. He's done well on the Korn Ferry Tour as well. I think he's a player you should be targeting here. But I mean, you can pretty much throw darts as deep as you want. Kurt Kitayama, we saw him in contention before as well. Peter Uihlein, as a very talented young amateur who's grabbed wins on the Korn Ferry Tour as well. Go as deep as you want this week. The long shots are where it's at, in my opinion.